welcome back to my cave. This is Diana for the Creativity Inc. And today I have a very weird kind of video because I started recording and then life got busy and I started working on the journal, but there was I worked on the journal here and there and there was like really no time for me to record it. I just wanted to record it anyways, so I started with I wanted to do a spine out of coils or springs. Sorry, that was my lunch. My husband not surprised me, but he feeds me. He makes lunch every day, and it just so happened that his lunch came out on the channel. Anyway, so I started with my springs because that was my inspiration for this journal. I had two covers and they were not quite the same size. So what I did is I used the tidbit smaller one for the inside. That way you won't see the awkwardness on the outside. And so I'm going to use both covers. It's kind of like a trifold, but then you'll see how I use that fourth panel. The whole spine of the whole springs or coils are going to be used as the second spine on that third flop. You guys know what I mean? So like it's kind of like a lab book, but the second spine of that flopping opening is going to be my springs. So I didn't have the ones I kind of wanted, so I made some. You guys saw at the beginning of the video. I just used not an old brush, but a brush. And I just went around it with some wire I had. I don't even know what kind of wire it is. I don't even think it's like suitable for springs or coils, whatever these are. But I liked them. They were sturdy and they worked for me. So at first I was gonna just kind of eyeball it, but I decided to measure. And I first decided to do 3 holes because I wanted to kind of give it a test run, kind of see if the idea that it's in my head is gonna work, because at this point I've never made one before like this. I've never seen one before. I don't know how they would work. Would it even open and turn? I don't know nothing. So at this point we're all guesstimating. And so I'm just testing it out. Figured I could always just reuse them, but God was on my side. So the springs did work, and so you guys can kind of get the idea more of what's going on. The 3 flops. So those springs are going to be that second spine, right? So once I figured out that it does work and it does function the way I kind of was envisioning it, I go and work on my cover. So this is part of the cover that you guys will see me working on. The rest of it you guys will not, but I guess this is the most important part of it. And it's kind of like I don't know if you guys remember a couple of videos ago, I made a twist open kind of cover, and so this is another version of that, not version, but another twist open cover. So in this case I'm showing you guys how I cut the fourth panel that I cut from that one red book. So that red book has 2 panels, so one of the covers is going to be in the inside, and then the second one I cut it up into 4s. So now you need to have a gap in between these 2 panels that you guys see here. You guys will see on later, but the whole point is that gap is important because for the functionality of that cover, which is to when it opens, you need that gap so that it has somewhere to turn into, well, you guys will see how it, well, as you guys could probably envision from the pictures. But I skipped all kinds of stuff, all kinds of what is information, but pretty much is what I did is you guys see the cover. I painted my cover blue. As you guys know, I love blue. I have a son named Blue, and so I guess that's part of the love of the blue. But these are pants. I cut some pants off to make them shorts because my son plays with a dog, and the dog tends to grab on his pants and like drags him around the house. They both think it's super cute and fun and funny, but they always end up bringing the pants. So I always end up making them short, so he doesn't have like ripped ugly pants. So it's summer, so it's okay. California gets hot all the time, so I just cut them up. So I this in this case I like this blue, so I kept those little like sleeves of the pants, and in this case I'm gonna use it to make like kind of like a spine support, and it's the same blue that I used, so it worked out. Um, in this I cut out the little indentation there that I did, and so it kind of it follows along like in a train. And then on the back part, I left it so it becomes like a little pocket on the back spot on the back cover. But moving forward, you guys will see that the binding that I use in this journal is one that I did maybe 3 months ago. It was another book that I did, and it has some wires, and I'm gonna put a clip up above so you guys can see it. But I don't go into so much detail in this video. I actually don't go into it at all. You guys will see at the end when I did the flip through of the book that it's very basic. But if you want more of a comprehensive video on it, I'm gonna put a link on the bottom of the video for you guys to see it. Anyway, so part of the locking mechanism of the book is that the front cover is going to hook onto this other piece. I don't know where I got this little piece of metal. I found it, I think, on the floor or something. My kids find like junk stuff all the time, and they put it on my desk and they give it to me. I mean, it really happens very often. Anyway, so what I did here is I grabbed 2 eyelets because I didn't have a long one, or I didn't want it to look awkward on one side and nice on the other. So what I do is on one of the eyelets, with the pliers, I squeeze it in more, like squeeze it in. And then when it comes to putting both of them on, then it kind of becomes like a cone inside a bigger one. So when I put them through and I hammer them in, the one of them stays kind of like on the outside of the eyelid on the inner part, and then what I do is with the pliers I just poke in the hole to open the one that went inside of the other eyelid. So that way I have 2 eyelets showing on both sides, and at the same time, if my material or whatever it is that I'm clamping together will hold as well. So this is the part where like you guys can see there's a lot of work, and like you guys got to see none of it. And I want to apologize and I want to say I'm so sorry, but at this time this week was very chaotic for me, and I'm thinking that like pictures will explain more than words, like for me to tell you. So on the flip through, you guys will be able to see more things in detail. And I know that you guys are like so talented out there. I know you guys can like pick it up very quickly. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I try to like be on top of answering my questions, or replying to your comments, because you guys do comment a lot and I do appreciate it. And so if you have any questions, please let me know. If you guys really want me to make another video of this, let me know. But I think it's very easy. But so anyways, moving forward, this part, it's a little piece of rubber band, and what I did is I cut into the cover and I only cut a little bit because I didn't want the thickness of the rubber band to be like to hinder the opening, like you know, of the in the closing of the cover. I wanted it to be nice and smooth and flat. And sometimes when you do like things like that, it 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 makes it wobbly and stuff like that, and I didn't like that. So as you guys can see, what I did is I put a little piece of rubber band on both tips, and then I covered up with one of those whole things that I always keep on hand. And that's the way I decorated the cover. It wasn't the best, but it was like 4 in the morning when I finished it. And that's the little spring that I did with another hook. And that's how you unhook the book. So the hook with spring is in the blue cover, and then you guys saw me putting the other. It's kind of like a seatbelt looking buckle, right? Anyways, you guys can see the binding here. It's a little dark and it's like a black um, wire, but I did cover it more extensively in another video, but it's really fun to do it, and it's different than what I've seen out there. And so you guys should try it. Check it out. Check out the video that I'm showing you guys. This is how it turned out. I think I was very, very pleased. um, I was very excited that it did work out. I like how it looks. I like that metal piece that holds the book closed also worked as a magnet for this other piece that I'm flopping here. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's kind of awkward and like not so informational. I worked really hard on this book. It was a really hard week. It was a very full week because I had a lot of work. You guys know my husband and I own our own business, and so this week was a little busy for us and chaotic, but I still wanted to give you guys a video. I hope you guys liked it. Please, 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 if you have any comments, please don't hesitate to ask me. Till next time, guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Till next time, stay safe. Bye.